It was a heartbreaking moment to witness, the raw emotion of fans on display on Saturday as Toronto's beloved Blue Jays fell just short of winning it all. 48 hours later, for some, that pain hasn't gone away. How did you feel immediately after Game 7?
What was gutted, guys. Yeah, I don't really want to talk too much about it, but yeah, thank you.
that emotional?
Yeah, I think so.
Sobbing over the loss of this World Series, it's actually a very fair and real reaction.
Registered psychotherapist Roxanne Francis says the roller coaster of emotions tied to the Blue Jays' postseason run is part of what's making the impact so tough to handle.
We live in a very challenging society these days, and so this provided a happy distraction, this provided jubilation, and then for us to get to the finals, right, and then have this very steep drop-off, it's crushing.
Francis says it doesn't help that it also happened to coincide with daylight saving time ending, meaning it's now getting darker earlier in the day.
What I would suggest is that you talk with someone, not even necessarily about, man, I'm feeling down, how do I get better? But just even saying to each other, we feel down about this, right? Just having the emotion being reflected back at you, that in itself is healing on its own.
But as much as the fans are grieving, it's important to remember there's a team that's hurting even more.
Ultimately, they don't feel it as much as the people who are actually involved on the field.
Dr. Dana St. Clair is a performance psychologist and author of Dialed In. She says while some players may have expressed guilt over letting down their team or their fans, there are ways to cope.
The disappointment of not being able to get the job done starts to play on you, and people start to say things like that when really they just need a bit of time away to think it through and how good they were and how they didn't let up, how they kept pushing. They basically plowed their way through that series.
Nearly half the country, 18.5 million viewers, watched all or part of Game 7. For the fans' part, no one heading to the Jays shop today said they were let down, wanting to buy some merch to honor the team.
Kind of feel like they earned it, right? So
they did a really great job, and so it's still something to really remember.
Well, our experts also say if there's a silver lining here, fans can be especially proud of how well they supported this team and how hard this team worked this entire season. And as they say, there's always next year. At Rogers Center, Erica Natividad, City News.